What's going on, guys? Shane here.
Vince The Anomaly.
Today we're going to be talking about Khabib tactics. A lot of you guys have been asking about his ground and pound, so we're going to look at one of the techniques that he uses to collect the legs. He uses against Conor, uses against a lot of his opponents. So let's take a look at how it's done.
That position you saw right there, that is labeled pretty much the Khabib position here against the wall, where he trapped Conor's legs like that a billion times during the fight, and he was able to tee off on Conor. Everyone is giving Conor a lot of crap because he's not defending it well and this, that. There's really not a whole lot you can do once a guy locks up your legs that way. Obviously, we don't want that to happen as the person on the defensive side, but when you're facing a guy who wrestles bears, he's going to be able to do what he wants with you. But that little leg lock maneuver too is pretty awesome. So from this position here, or we usually actually start getting into that position off of the takedown against the wall. So let's say we're here with Shane. I've pushed him up against the wall. I've got my double leg, so I've pushed in. Or let me put head on this side so you guys can see. And I pulled Shane down. Okay? So now we're here on the ground. If I start to go around this way and get my head around, it's not good. It's going to be easy for Shane to kind of turn his hips over, sprawl, get out, start working against the wall to stand up. So most oftentimes, even like when you're in the open, when you double someone, I'm going to move my hips around the legs to the opposite side. Okay, so if my head is on this side, as soon as we've gotten down to the ground, just know, as a frame of reference, my head's here, so I want my hips to end up over here on this side. Shane's going to be battling with this leg. We can go over that in maybe a different video for some more of the defensive tactics to this. But for now, let's just look at it this way. Once I've got Shane down, I'm going to step my leg over and post here right on the ground. Okay? So this is a position I worked a lot with my wrestling coach Nate Adams at Fight Science, and Ian Harris is there as well. And it's very important that we block this off because it allows Shane to not slide out to this side, which is what we were just talked about, right? Yeah. So we got to step over. We got to keep this pressure down, airtight. I'm going to step over with this far leg, and I'm going to scoop. Now, as I scoop these legs here, I'm pulling right over the top of my ankle.
Now, right here, Vince, are you triangling your legs?
No, I'm actually not triangling my legs, okay? A lot of people think, it could be like just triangle his legs, like putting my ankle here right below my knee, like I'm setting up an actual triangle.
Right.
But the reason why we're not doing that is once I triangle like this, I'm actually locked in. So if you're able to toss my hips to the side or start shucking me over, see how I'm locked?
Yeah.
I can't really adjust. So I don't really want to triangle my legs. I want to post and scoop, but I'm pinching my knees nice and tight, and I'm keeping your legs up and high, and I'm not bringing my ankle to my knee there. So can you see that difference?
Yeah.
Cool. When we have that going, notice as well, guys, see how close together Shane's knees are? That is really what the bread and butter of this position is. If he has a lot of space here to get this knee out and start wiggling his foot free, again, that's going to be harder for me to control Shane. So I'm getting his feet up, and I'm pinching these nice and tight, and that makes him very, very much locked in. Notice as well, see how his heels are elevated? He doesn't have that leverage to get his feet on the mat, let's say if he did right there, and start moving, wiggling around. I don't want that. I want to take away all that space. So both feet are elevated. My shin is over the back of my calf here. And now I can start to work my punches on Shane. Okay? Control the hips. I can put my head in good position right underneath the chin. I can be punching here, punching here. I can start controlling this wrist and taking him down to the side as well and start punching Shane up here as well. Now notice, once Shane is on his side like this, I have the opportunity to start moving my legs up. So that's going to be a decision for you to make. I have him locked in pretty well here. If I can keep him locked and just start teeing off, try to get a TKO, I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Some guys, especially the more jiu-jitsu oriented guys, as soon as Shane pops over to the side, they're going to work up the hips, get into this mount position where they're seated as well, and they're going to start to work. If Shane turns over, they'll take his back. It really depends on what you want to do. Khabib, obviously, he likes to ride guys out, so he's pinning those legs, he's trapping, grabbing, controlling the wrist, and he's blasting his opponent in his face. So it's a pretty solid position, obviously, guys. If you're working against the cage, look to really step over. I'll show it on this side so you can see. Step over, block, and now as I roll my hips over, I'm using my opposite heel to collect.
And guys, if you've never been in this position here too, with the heels elevated, you feel helpless. Like it's really, you have no control, no leverage. He's got you at this point. You're kind of pinned against the wall. You're seated.
Yep.
You're here to stay.
Yep. So look to lock up these legs, guys. Working with a partner, what I would like to do is probably do one person working back against the wall, trying to get my way up. So I'm trying to wiggle a knee out, get my leg free, wall walk up, and the other person is just gonna boom, double leg and start to step over, lock the legs up, find your ground and pound. Once you get to that spot where clearly it'd be a TKO, the other guy can't do anything, just switch positions, back and forth, 10 minutes, keep going.
Okay, so the best way to get good at something is to practice it. So grab a partner, drill it. One person plays Khabib and the other person plays Conor. One person tries to get up and the other person tries to keep them down. Go for a minute, go for 2 minutes, and then you can switch roles. But like I said, practice it. That's how you get good at it. Until next time, be sure to subscribe to get the fight tips before your opponent does. I'm Shane.
Vince The Anomaly.
Fight tips for the underdogs.